Are you ready for the Workday 2022 R2? My presentation is going to be about the learning area, and I will present so much new stuff that you would not believe. A little bit about me in the beginning here. My name is Agatha Ruses Olsen, and I am a lead solution consultant. I have a lot of experience. I've been working with a learning focus area for about 12 years. And I've been working with a lot of different businesses and making sure that all the learning needs are met. And I also have some certification in different learning systems. Yeah, first, of course, some webinar practicalities. We have the Q&A, so you are welcome to send your questions through this chat. If I cannot answer your questions, it will be shared with an email after the event. And also want to inform that the recording is being done and also available after. And if you want to print out and have these handouts, it should already be available for you. And also, I want to say that you should become a digital HR insider. We warmly invite you to get this useful information. So please go through this link and register so you can be one of us. We very much welcome you. And of course, I want to say to you that the safe harbor, of course, applies to everything I'm going to present in this learning presentation. I have some information about the dates. I guess it's already familiar to you, but I just want to say it one more time. The new content was available like July 28th. And the release date was on August 5, so the preview version should already be on your Workday tenant. And actually, the production date is September 10th. Yeah, so these are some of the new key features. I don't know if you know it, but learning is one of the areas that is happening so many interesting features this time. I will make some demos for the most important one, and I also said it in after each other. So the first one is the Workday Assistant. That is now having a lot of learning related topics. So I will show you a demo on that one. I will also present a video on the learning certification. It's not exactly something new, but it's an enhancement of already existing features that I thought will be interesting to show you. And then we have the fixed recurring expiration dates. It's so easy to set up, and you only need to set the expiration dates once, and it will automatically be recurring after what you set up. And of course, we have some external users now. And if you have the license on the extended enterprise profile, I will also show you some news about that area. And we have integration through Microsoft Teams. That is interesting. I guess more and more now it's having virtual classroom. So that's interesting. And we also using the Cloud Connect for Learning. So we're having more and more system getting integrated with Workday. And like you can see here, it's not only the import and the completion, but we also have the in-process tracking. For example, for Coursera, that is an external system. And the last of the presentation, I will of course say something about the roadmap for learning and what is happening now in the future. So I'm going to start with the learning for Workday Assistant. Like I told you, it's now integrated with the assistant itself. So if you have the assistant, you should also be able to have the Workday learning assistant. Here is a little bit about the Workday assistant. Of course, it's self-service. It's doing like your workers and your managers easily get access to Workday learning. So you can just use the access assistant to use it. And you can also use the assistant to view like the learning history. It's possible to search for specific learning content. And also if you have required learning that you are supposed to do, you can use this assistant to get more information. So in this way, you can definitely save some time. I'm not going in details with the configuration. I'm going to focus on the demonstration. And I actually created this video for you, and I'm going to show you the video, and I'm talking through the news. Before I start, I can say I'm logged on as an administrator, and she has all the rights in this system. She has user rights. So if you can see in my right corner, you have the assistant available, and you can just put in the searches you like. So here she does a search about enroll in a course, and the assistant say you should go to the learning catalog for more information. And then she can just click on this link she get available, and you will get up all the learning content that is available in the system, because also she is an administrator. And then also you can ask for view all the courses. Then you get a link so you can easily find that content. And if you want to see your complete training, then you can actually go directly and ask the assistant, and you can see the transcript here. So here you got this full overview about not started courses, in progress courses, and actually the courses you have been doing. So here you have a lot of information directly by asking this assistant. It's one more feature I want to show you. Let me just see here. You can also ask for view teams learning. So if you are a team leader, you can actually ask the assistant for my team's learning status. So in my team, I only have one employee, but you understand how this is working. It's easy to ask the assistant about everything you need to know about the learning and status and the enrollment. So that's what I was supposed to say about the assistant. And as a summary, something is changing due to the security domains. And what you need to do, you need to use the different commands that are in this presentation. And of course, if you do nothing, nothing will be changing in your workday. But if you want to configure it, I do recommend that you will do that. So then we are going to the next topic. It's about the learning certification. Like I told in the beginning, it's an enhancement. It's not something new in this version R2. So of course, they want to improve the learning experience, and I want to display the learning certification on the actual course. And also you get maybe more motivated if you know that this course is getting a certification in the end. That I know a lot of users is really happy for. Yeah, the configuration is actually really easy. It's just a checkbox you need to put in. But I will, of course, provide for you a little example about how this are done. So now I've been going to the Create Learning certification rule. I already put in the certification, the name of the certification. I made this in Workday, and I find the content that is going to be done to get this certification. And of course, I need to put in the dates when it should be effective from and to. And like I told you, you need to put a cross on this display on content. And then you, of course, need to submit in the system. And of course, you need to go and push the done button like normal Workday. It's nothing new here. No, I'm actually going to go to the course. I put the rule on to get the certification, and it was this course, Workplace Harassment and Discrimination. And like you can see now, this course awards the certification Healthcare Workday Learning. So this is like very easy to see directly on the course. So this is actually what is new due to the certification. As a summary, of course, Workday is learning continues to enhance the user and learner experience. It's not much setup, it's only this content checkbox. And if you do nothing, then you don't get the certification information displayed. So it's nothing that's going to happen if you don't do anything. And then I think this is a really interesting news, and it helps you really saving time, and also make sure if, for example, you have a security course and you need to do this every 6 months, it can be a good way to set up this fixed recurring date. Of course, this is all about the recurring expiration period for courses. And also you can configure a retraining window to trigger retraining content. I wanted to show a little bit about the configuration. Like if you create a new digital course or a blended course, or maybe you just want to edit a course, you will have this new two windows. You have like the retrain window where you put in the retrain value, like how many weeks in advance should you take this training. Like here you see like 5 weeks before the expiration, this course will be available. And then it's important in the expiry period field that you put in the recurrence frequency. And you put in the expiration date. When does the course needs to be taken within? And also you need to put in how often should you take this course? Like in this case, you need to take it every 5th month. And then the system automatically give you the next expiration date. So like the next time you need to take this course is the 15th of January 2023. So like 5 months from this current expiration date. I will also show you a video about how this is working, so you can see it for yourself. And just for information, this is a course I've been made in before, so I'm just going in and edit this course on HR service security training. So now we're going down to the retrain window. I already filled out the retrain value. Like for me, I want this course to be available 4 weeks before the expiration date. Yeah, so you can choose between weeks and months. And of course, you need expiry period to be the recurrence frequency. And you also have this date here, when is it expire? And for me, I want to put in 6 months. They need to take this course every 6 months. And of course, you can also put in advanced learning expiration rules. But for me, in this demo, I'm going to submit. And what is also new is this expiration tab. So you have the retrain window that opens 4 weeks before the expiration date. And for the default expiration rule, it's like required every 6 months. So then you get like, when you do a course before this expiration date, then you automatically get the new expiration date. So this is like, this goes completely automatically. So I think it's like a really good feature for the learners and also for the administration people that are working with this. Yeah, it's nothing more new than that. It's also like this learning report. In this example, Logan, the learning administrator, has made a custom report. And here you can take a look at what field is new. Like to have the retraining window start date, and you have the end date, and you have the retraining completion type, and also when it's going to be changed and what rule that is on the different. And also, like you can see in like number 4 here, it can be different expiration rule due to the location. So it's a lot of opportunities here about how you want to set up the recurring date. This is just an overview. And it's some additional considerations you can look through. I'm not going to talk about every slide. It's a lot of information. And then we have the summary. It's something new in the task, in the domains, and the web service, and report fields and others. So it's a lot of new stuff here. And it's something, yeah, you need to do something when you're creating the course. You need to fill in the recurrency option field and also need to configure the expiration date. So if you do nothing, so you can no longer configure expiration date on course offerings. This thing is now taking over. So existing expiration dates on course offerings now displays at read only. So then you can use the delete expiration rule checkbox on the schedule course to delete previously configured advanced expiration rules. And this recurrency date is going to be in use in all the future learning courses that you will be making. And then we're going to the next topic about extended enterprise profile. And if you have like external users and you want them to get access to your learning content, then this is really interesting. It's something new here. Yes. And you have like this new user profile with a look and feel of a worker. And you can also easily switch between profile when the user have multiple personas and view additional information on the profile. It's a little, not much configuration, but it's some configuration. And I also want to show you a video about how this looks. And actually, this is automatically a new feature, so it's going to be available for you the 10th of September. So now I'm logged on as a learner who is also an instructor. And like you can see here, you can go directly to actions here. And then you can see the enterprise learner. Like you can see here, you can get his personal information, but you also will have the extended enterprise learner details. that also will be like easy available for you. Yeah, so you also see you have a lot of actions that is available from this actions button that also make it easier for him to work with Workday Learning. I will show you one more thing before we go to the next topic. And this is the new button. Yeah, I can also show you the learning transcript. This is the learning history. And he has the course, he have not been started yet, but he has enrolled in progress. He has no courses yet, but in the learning history, he have a course. And also he have like the certification available here if he had something. When it comes to the extended enterprise learner, he is also an instructor, so he can easily toggle back and forward, depends on what he wants to look into. So here you can see the external learning instructor details and personal information. So you can go back also to the learner and then you see the information might be a bit different. So that actually just a little new stuff regarding the extended enterprise portal. It's some additional consideration here. I think we're just going further in the presentation. It's so much we're going to look into. But like a summary on this is what is changing. It's a security domains you need to look into. You don't need to configure anything. Everything is automatically available. And if you do nothing, it still will be installed. Like this is just an enhancement and make it easier for users. So, and then it's also another use. It's the request extended enterprise learning for existing accounts. So this is also enable you to request learning access for existing users, external users. And it will provide this affiliation managers with more autonomy in managing and grant access to the new external users. So it's actually giving the affiliation manager more access so they can do more work, and it will be less on the learning administrator. So that's really nice. Yeah, I don't think I'm going through the configuration, but in the demo, I just wanted to show you this requested enterprise learner profile. And it's very easy when you do this request, it's going in the inbox to the administrator. It's all about how it's set up, of course, but that's how it usually done. I'm not going into details here, but what is changing? Yeah, it's something about the business processes, task, and security domains. And what do I need to do? You need to go into the business process, of course, for the requested enterprise learner. Or you can create, and you also need to create a condition rule, yeah, for the steps. And if you do nothing, if you did using the 2022R2 configuration guidelines, then Workday will send an inbox task to the security groups. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. And then we have also a new stuff in this new version. It's the course activity feed. And Workday enhances the course activity feed for learners. So also it's all about the learners this time. It's like displaying the most relevant information about the schedule and progress, and also easy access. Yeah, to make the user experience easier, and also nothing should be that manual anymore. It should be easy, and easy also for the learner, but also for the administrator to improve the learner experience. So I just wanted to show you a course here and how easy it is to get the most relevant information. In this example, we have the conflict, we have like a topic where it's a classroom course. So as you can see here in the top of the course, you actually get this upcoming schedule lesson. And if you push the button to this classroom course, which is in blue, then you actually will get to this side, which is new from earlier. You get the date and time and when it's end, and also the location will be here. So it should be easy to get the information you need. And it's actually not more than that. And this is also automatically available. You don't need to do anything to get this. We have 2 more topics. I will not go into details with them. I just want to mention it because it's new to the R1 and it's like the miscellaneous enhancement. So it's something about new. Yeah, it's like cancel learning enrollment with open assignment. That is something that you know can do. And it's a new date format for course offering list. And I also deliver a new external tracing request report data source, a new field on the external tracing request business object. So you can look into it. It also will be automatically available. And this might be very good news for you who's using the learning. It's the retake and the replay on the learning course. So now you have an option to view a course again if you successfully complete it, or if you are unsuccessful, you can retake the course. So this also is something that is going to make the learners do better, or maybe the user experience will improve by having this feature available. And it's like an easy setup. You just go to the edit tenant setup and then you just make sure that the checkbox is on, but it should be automatically selected. So it's only if you don't want to use this news. So I have not made a demo on that one. Going to the next one, which is the virtual classroom integration with Microsoft Teams. That is really interesting. It's making it so easy to make these virtual courses. And this is an integration, so you need to set up the integration. Yeah, if you don't have it already, it's this you need to follow. So the news are like you have this virtual classroom setup, and then you choose the integration systems, as I show you here. And you also need to choose the integration systems. And then it's actually nothing new here. You just need to fill out those 2. And when you open a course that is going to be a Microsoft Teams virtual course, you just get this up. Like you can see, you have the date and everything. And then you just need to push this, go to virtual classroom to go in the Teams classroom. So it will provide you with the link. So actually it's of course, some changing here. You need to get your head around and do. And it will, it says here exactly how you do it. But what happens if you do nothing? You can still do manual links if you want to do it the manual way. But it's no integration with Teams. So I will recommend that you will be using that if you are working with like this online courses. And then it's like the Cloud Connect for learning and track record learner, like not only enable you to track the learner progress in external courses. And if a learner consumes learning content on an external course, Workday will receive progress and record it automatically. And it's also something new in the Coursera, that is an external learning system. So you can now import Coursera content as well as track it progression. So you get everything in Workday. So it's not only import and a checkbox, it's like it actually will also progress, track the progress in real time. Yeah, near real time, but almost. So this gives you accurate information. So you as a learning administrator will easily get this information. It's of course some configuration. I'm not going in details, but you need to set it up. So it's some changing here, like you can see. So this is like if you do nothing, nothing will change in the workday. It's only if you use, you will not be able to import content from Coursera, but if you're not using it, then it's not going to be like a problem for you anyway. But of course, if you're using Coursera today, you should get it in this integration. And the same is for Pluralsight, but there is only you can only import content, and then you get a checkbox if you are like, if you take the course or not. You don't get the progress if you do this. It's only the import. So you can have the course available in your training content of learning in Workday. It's also some configuration, as you can see. What is changing? Yes, it's like this task, security domains, and others. And if you're going to do this, you need to also sign the Innovation Service Agreement. You need to enable the Cloud Connect for Learning area. And you also, for content import, you need to select Pluralsight. And of course, if you choose to do nothing, it's not going to be any changes for you. So then we are going to the last thing I'm going to present to you. It's the roadmap. And it's a lot of things happening in this area. I think after this COVID situation, more and more is like looking into this learning. And it's so important to have this, this learning in place. You need to have the best qualified employees. So in the future here, it's like going through the personal and contextual experience, agility, and scale. They want to integrate the career plans with learning. The skills should be to learning, and also the search is improving. That is something that I always work on so you get like personal and relevant information about learning when you do the searches. And it's also the like Google Calendar that I know a lot of is interesting in. It's going to be Zoom integration, and they're going to have enhancement through the web services. And also the Cloud Connect is so important now. Like you see in this 2022 version R2, it's like more and more external learning providers that is now going to be tracked in this workday. So now we have like Coursera on Pluralsight, and we also have additional content type. Like in the future, it's going to be like also maybe have podcasts integrated. You can have this open CSM, and you also want to have the open vendor platform, and also skills level import. That is something they are working on now in the future. So of course you have the learning for extended enterprise. Like in the future, they actually want it to be an external self-service registration portal. And it's all about the users, and everyone can, they're working together with some clients now to improve like the XAPI. And it's a big thing now in Workday. So I really recommend you to look deeper into this learning and what is coming. So I just want to say this is like a preview. I thank you so much for joining, and hopefully I might see you again in the future. And of course, before you go, if you have any questions or anything, just contact me directly. And if you like to participate on this webinar again in the future, or you want to learn more about HR and be an insider, please go to the tietoevery.com.